Lisa wasn't expecting this private yoga instructor to be so hot. As soon as she saw Jenny, she had to stop herself from actively staring. Jenny was tall and slim, showing up at Lisa's front door. She wore a tight pair of black yoga pants and a black sports bra. Lisa wished she had worn something a little cuter. Her top was a little ratty, and her pants weren't nearly as flattering as Jenny's. Jenny was very friendly and the best yoga instructor Lisa had ever seen. She first took them through a series of breathing exercises. They sat on their mats. Lisa could have sworn she felt Jenny staring at her as she closed her eyes, breathing in and out. "All right, let's move on to the flow," said Jenny, and they got to their feet. "This is the best part." She got behind Lisa and placed one hand on each hip, helping to square off Lisa's body. Lisa's heart was racing, and it wasn't from the yoga. "Does that feel okay?" Lisa asked quietly. "Yeah, it feels really good," came Lisa's breathy voice. Was it just her imagination, or was Jenny keeping her hands there a lot longer than necessary? Lisa turned her head back, and then her eyes locked onto Jenny's. "Are you always this hands-on?" Lisa asked. Straightening up, she pulled her ponytail across one shoulder. Jenny smiled and stepped towards Lisa. The afternoon light was shining through the big living room windows, casting a warm glow across them. She was now only an inch or so from Lisa's face. "Not really," she said quietly before pressing her lips against Lisa's. Lisa melted against Jenny. The kiss quickly turned from a gentle peck into a passionate make-out session where their tongues were colliding. They stayed like that for several minutes, relaxing into each other and allowing their hands to run up and down each other's bodies. Before either of them could even wrap their minds around what they were doing, they were down on the floor on Lisa's yoga mat. Jenny was on top of her, kissing her lips before working her way down to her collarbone. Neither of them could quite believe this was happening. When she reached Lisa's sports bra top, Jenny reached for the bottom of it. She helped to slide it off over Lisa's head. "Oh yes," she moaned, taking Lisa's two large breasts in her hands. They were heavy and soft, and she ran her thumbs across her nipples. "How are you this sexy?" Lisa was thicker and covier than Jenny, and she loved it. Her skin was begging to be explored, to have fingers and teeth sinking into it. Lisa only laughed quietly as a response before Jenny lowered her head down to lick her nipples. Lisa inhaled sharply, closing her eyes. When Jenny started kissing her even lower, her entire body trembled. She could hardly stand it. What kind of yoga propose is this?" Jenny laughed, tugging Lisa's pants off of her. "This is only for the very advanced students." Her green eyes sparkled as she looked down at the beautiful woman below her. Jenny gently lowered herself between Lisa's legs. She began to kiss and caress Lisa's sensitive area. Lisa's body started to shake and tense up, and she let out a sigh of pleasure. Jenny took her time, savoring the moment. She loved the way Lisa's body responded to her touch. Finally, Lisa's breathing quickened, and Jenny's heart raced with excitement. Lisa cried out in pleasure, her back arching away from the yoga mat. "Yes, oh my God," she whispered. Jenny continued to caress her, bringing her to a satisfying climax. As they sat up, Lisa smiled at Jenny, who was still smiling from the intimate moment they shared. "You're maybe the best yoga teacher I've ever had," Lisa said, helping Jenny out of her yoga outfit. Lisa got on top of Jenny, and Jenny's hands squeezed her hips. Lisa took her time, kissing Jenny's neck and breasts. Jenny let out a gasp of pleasure each time Lisa touched her. Finally, Lisa reached between Jenny's legs, teasing her with gentle kisses. Jenny's body moved closer to Lisa's hand, and Lisa slid her fingers inside. Jenny was in heaven, her body relaxing against the yoga mat. As Lisa pleasured her, Jenny reached down to keep Lisa's head in place. She felt herself getting closer and closer to climax. Finally, an intense orgasm washed over her, leaving her weak and dizzy. Lisa sat up, smiling, and leaned over to kiss Jenny. Jenny pulled Lisa into a playful cuddle, making her squeal. After a yoga class, I like to take a nice hot shower, Jenny said, raising her eyebrows at Lisa. What do you think? Lisa bit her lower lip. I think that sounds perfect. The two of them stood up, hand in hand, and headed to the bathroom. Jenny gave Lisa's ass a playful smack as they went.